Hi guys and girls, Kuniku here, and welcome to my first video review for Dark World Gaming. Today we'll be looking at Velocity 2X from Future Lab. If you've not had the pleasure of playing any of the previous Velocity games, either Velocity or Velocity Ultra, then you've missed out. Velocity is a beautiful combination of top-down space shooter and platformer. As the game's title suggests, it's a very fast-paced game, but does also enjoy some puzzle elements. At their heart, both top-down shooters and platform games can be quite basic, with many just using increasing numbers of enemies and their shots fired, with the skill coming from being able to weave in and out of the bullets, lasers or missiles. Velocity 2X adds in various other game mechanics, from short-range teleports to long-range teleports back to an earlier point in the level, or even just the ability to fire bombs in other directions rather than just straight forward. The teleport mechanics especially really change things up when comparing this game to other top-down shooters I've played in the past. Rather than having to be tiny skillful movements weaving in and out of a barrage of attacks, the game focuses much more on teleporting past walls and obstacles, or using the long-range teleport, even clearing one path before teleporting back to where the path's forked so you can clear the other path as well. The short-range teleport really makes things difficult when trying to aim for a gold time on the level. The puzzle aspect comes in the form of numbered and colour-coded switches. Hitting all of the green switches in the correct order will drop the same coloured shield so you can continue down that path. Sometimes these switches can be down 2 or 3 separate paths that you need to teleport back to an earlier point in the level to carry on down the next path. The numbered switches can also take you into docking stations. Once you fly into the opening, you disembark from your ship and go on foot, where you use a combination of sidearm and rifle attacks to blast your way through more puzzles, again using various forms of teleportation, running, jumping and sliding to activate the correct switches in the correct order. The game starts off without any of the fancy mechanics. It really nicely introduces them to you slowly as the levels get more complex and even start bringing in some boss fights. But to really add replayability, the game uses multiple Angry Birds style scoring methods at the end of each run, gaining 1 to 3 stars for your time taken to complete the level, the number of survivors, which are the ship pickups, the number of Requiem pickups, which are the pickups as a platformer, and the points scored, which I think are based off the kills. I found that when playing through I tend to do all of the pickups on my first run, but rarely do so with a good speed. My speed tends to be bronze, sometimes silver, but if I aim for a gold timed run after I've already finished the level once, I tend to then miss the pickups. So getting better at the game can also mean learning the levels a bit more so you can pick everything up while going at a pretty fast pace, which really emphasises the speed play aspect, the velocity if you will. So far I've battled 2 bosses, well, 1 but twice, with the second time adding more mechanics to the fight. The boss fights I've done are a lot closer to your standard top-down shooter, full of bullets and lasers you have to dodge, while throwing in some of the other game mechanics like the teleports and the numbered switches. They've made it very hard due to the fact that you don't have to do all the dodging in the levels between bosses, so I tend to get hit a lot. The second time I fought the boss, I figured out the game mechanics pretty quickly, but I still died 4 or 5 times before I took it down, so I do plan to redo it and improve on that soon. The story element is quite fun. While fairly basic with just images with scrolling text boxes, the interaction between the characters is both interesting and at quite times funny, which helps you connect to the characters and become more involved with the storyline. This game is a fantastic gem. It's fast paced and challenging as you want, with the replayability and beautiful to watch. I urge you to try this out, either on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation Vita. This game launches today and is even free on PlayStation Plus. I've been Kuniku from Dark World Gaming, and for all of your gaming reviews and news, head to darkworldgaming.com.